In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Boolean modifier in Blender fast and in a way that actually gives you clean results. If you've ever wanted to cut shapes out of an object, combine two models together, or create precise intersections, the Boolean modifier is one of the most useful tools in Blender. It's perfect for hard surface modeling, basic shape cutting, and quickly building more complex forms without doing everything manually. If this tutorial helps you, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Blender tips and tutorials. Alright, let's jump in. First, select the main object that you want to modify. This is the object that will receive the cut, merge, or intersection result. For example, if you want to cut a hole into a cube, the cube is your main object. Once it's selected, look over to the Modifier Properties panel on the right side of Blender. This is where you manage all of your object modifiers. Now click Add Modifier, and from the list, choose Boolean. As soon as you add it, Blender will create a Boolean modifier for the active object. The next step is choosing the operation you want to perform. You'll usually see three main options: difference, union, and intersect. Difference is the most commonly used option. This removes the shape of one object from another. So if you want to carve a cylinder shape out of a cube, difference is the one to use. Union combines both objects into one solid form, which is great when you want to merge shapes together seamlessly. Intersect keeps only the overlapping area between the two objects, which can be useful for creating precise shared sections. After choosing the operation, you need to pick your target object. This is the cutter or secondary object that controls the Boolean result. Click the object field in the modifier, then select the object you want Blender to use for the operation. For a cutout, this is usually the object that passes through the main mesh. Make sure the cutter is positioned correctly before applying anything, because its placement directly affects the final result. At this point, you may want to switch the solver to exact for better accuracy. Blender's exact solver is usually the safer option because it handles more complex geometry more reliably. If your Boolean result looks broken, messy, or inconsistent, changing to exact can often fix the problem. This is especially helpful when working with detailed models or overlapping shapes that need cleaner intersections. Once everything looks right, preview the result and make sure the cut is where you want it. If the Boolean is working correctly, you should see the mesh updating based on the target object. If needed, adjust the position of the cutter until the result looks perfect. This is one of the reasons Boolean is so useful. You can experiment quickly without manually editing every face. When you're happy with the result, you can apply the modifier. Applying the modifier makes the Boolean effect permanent on the mesh, so the changes become part of the object itself. Just remember that once it's applied, you won't be able to easily tweak the Boolean settings the same way anymore, so only apply it when you're sure. After that, hide the cutter object if you still want to keep it in the scene for reference, or move it out of the way if you no longer need it visible. This keeps your workspace clean and makes it easier to continue modeling without distractions. Many Blender users like to keep the cutter around until they're fully done, just in case they need to make a quick adjustment. And if you're completely finished with the Boolean setup, you can apply the modifier and continue shaping your model as a single object. That's the basic workflow. Select the main object, add the Boolean modifier, choose the operation, pick the target object, use exact for better accuracy, hide the cutter when needed, and apply the modifier when you're done. That's how to use the Boolean modifier in Blender fast. It's one of the fastest ways to create clean cuts and combine shapes, and once you get comfortable with it, it can save you a huge amount of time in your modeling workflow. If this video helped, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Blender tutorials just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.